Welcome to another episode of Career Library, the place where real people talk about real-life careers. Now let me introduce to you your host in the red trunks, weighing in at 220 pounds, the lean, mean, colorful commentator and intricate interviewer, the awesome and entrepreneurial Chris Hold the Phones, it's Jones. All right, welcome to another episode of Career Library. I'm your host, Chris Jones, and today we have a special guest here with us, Mr. Fausto Colon, and he's a, did I get you right?
That's right.
Okay, all right, man. So, yes, he's, I met him over at the gym, Planet Fitness. He's one of the trainers over there, and he's agreed to be on our podcast today, and we'll find out a little bit about his background and his history, and I'm sure it's going to be exciting, man. He's got a great story to share with us. So, Fausto, will you share with our listeners a little bit about your childhood and where you grew up, man?
Man, first of all, I'm glad you invited me over here, Chris. Being your
Absolutely.
first person that you interview in your podcast.
Yes, sir.
I'm honored to be here, man. I'm pretty sure this podcast will come a long way. And best of luck with this adventure with this, man. Trust me, you will touch a lot of people. You will influence a lot of people with this podcast. I'll tell you that for sure.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah, man. I was born in Honduras. I'm not from here, so I was born in Honduras, San Pedro Sula, to be more exact.
Okay.
And I had a very good childhood. You know, I ain't had, luxuries. I wasn't poor or nothing like that. I was, middle class.
Middle class? Okay.
No biggie, no extra.
Okay.
Played soccer. I played a lot of sports.
Okay.
When I was younger. Soccer preferably. That's the only thing you can play in Honduras most of the time.
Okay.
We don't have basketball. We don't have football. None of
Okay.
that stuff at all. It's just only
They have
soccer.
baseball over there?
Not at all. I mean, they do have it, but it wasn't the main focus of it. You know.
Okay.
It was only like soccer. If you didn't play soccer, then you probably didn't play sports whatsoever.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, man. That's the only.
Yeah.
That's the main sport over there.
Okay.
The main sport.
That's awesome.
And aside from that, man, that was basically my childhood. You know. And I
Okay.
came over here probably in 2011.
2011?
2011
Okay.
over here from Houston, from Honduras to Houston. I've been in Houston ever since.
Okay.
I love the city, and it's
Okay.
very multicultural. Or something.
Did you go to school, high school in Honduras or here in
I actually
in
came
Texas?
here fifth grade. My fifth grade. I
Fifth
started
grade. Okay,
So it's
okay.
intermediate school, they call it.
Okay.
So I went to Klinsman. Then I went to Owens Intermediate School.
Okay.
I went to Arley Middle School, and I graduated out of A. Hastings High School.
Haley Hastings.
2019 class. Shout out to y'all.
Okay, there we go. Absolutely. So
That's it.
yes, absolutely. And so in your high school experience here, this is called Career Library. You know what I'm about. I'm about
Most
educating young folks on making the proper decisions when they get out of high school. And so, can you tell me how old you are? By the way, I'm sorry.
I'm 20 years old.
20 years old.
20 years
okay,
old,
so
yes,
you've been
sir.
out. You've been out for about a year.
I've been
Okay.
out for, I graduated at, I graduated at 17.
Okay, about 2 years. Okay.
2 years ago.
2 years ago. I'm sorry.
That's
It's 2 years ago. So no, I was thinking of the year 2020 for some reason.
Nah. That's probably the worst class you graduated from.
No,
honestly.
you don't want to
None
graduate.
against y'all, man, but y'all had
Okay.
COVID, y'all had no prom,
Oh yeah,
no
nothing.
nude at all.
No high school experience.
Nope.
So with your experience in high school, how was it taught to you from the counselors on what you should be doing after you graduate, or what should your goal plan be? How did they steer you? I guess.
In a way, man, it was just really steering me towards the fact that I had to pick out a college. For me,
Okay.
it was just, I think for them to do it, it was just like, all right, man, y'all gotta pick out where y'all want to go, or what y'all want to do.
Uh-huh.
You feel me? It was just always like, what y'all gonna do after college? Y'all gotta make sure y'all have something out there. And for me, myself, not everyone is like that. I say it all the time. Not everyone has figured out what they want to do at 17 or 18 or
Right.
19. Some people are blessed to know what they want to do. I mean, that's cool. If you know what you want to do, hey, pursue what you want to do.
Absolutely.
But me, at that age, I'm not even mature enough for me to say, I want to do this and I want to do that for the rest of my life. That's how I took it.
Yeah.
And even until this day, I barely just figured out kind of what I'm into 2 years after I graduated.
Well, there's some 80-year-olds walking around out here don't know what they're
You
going
know,
to become in life.
You know what I mean? So for you to put that's what I'm saying. So for you to
Yeah.
put that pressure on somebody that's 18,
Yeah.
like, hey man, I want you to go straight before your college. I want you to decide what you want to do right now.
Yeah.
I thought it was like, okay.
So
I personally didn't like it.
Did you go to college?
I went to HTC. I was
Okay.
at HTC for about a year. I was actually first.
Did you have any major that you were trying to pursue?
I was actually going for physical therapy assistant.
Okay.
That was fairly interesting. I liked it. But honestly, man, I wasn't a big fan. I don't know. For me right now, I feel like college it would always be there. That's how I was thinking about it.
Okay. So you can always go back and
I feel like even at 25, 26, I can always go back to college.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to pursue something for myself. I wanted to build an empire for myself.
Okay.
Not like exclude college. I wanted to create something regards to fitness. I always wanted to have, like I say it all the time, I wanted to create my clothes. I wanted to create like a fitness clothes. I always wanted to create supplements. I always wanted to do all that stuff, get into training and do all that. And I thought, I'm like, okay, man, if I want to create something for myself, I want to build a podcast. I want to build something. It's just something for myself, you know. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to do college. I want to focus on my podcast. I want to focus on my training because I know that could be a way for me to build something for myself, in my own opinion. Because I want to have multiple streams of income. That's something I always.
Okay. Where did you pick up that idea of multiple streams of income?
Honestly, man, I picked it up because I feel like one income is not enough.
Where did you first hear that? Do you recall how you came across that idea?
Man, I watched a lot of motivation. I heard stuff from Gary Vee.
Gary Vee, yeah, I love Gary Vee.
I watched a lot of motivational stuff, honestly.
Okay,
and
so
especially if you want to live a certain lifestyle that you want to. I want to be able to travel. I want to be able to have financial freedom myself.
Okay.
I don't want to be in a part of like, okay, I go to a job. I'm sick. I gotta call somebody to tell them I'm sick and I can't come. Or, you know what I'm talking about? I don't like people telling me what to do or whatsoever. That's always on me. And I don't want to just. I feel like I cannot have all my eggs in one basket. That's the reason why I just thought college was like, okay,
absolutely,
just one way to go. I want to do a lot of more different things than just one.
Right.
So
no, that's a great philosophy, and guys like Robert Kiyosaki, he teaches that, the Rich Dad Poor Dad guy. Yeah. So you read that one? Yeah. So yeah.
I go back to reading my books. I gotta go back to reading my books, but I did read a bit of Rich Dad Poor Dad. That's a really good book. You should definitely.
Oh no, absolutely, and I've read it, and so any of our listeners definitely should take a look at that.
Compound Effect too. That's a good book.
That's one of your favorites. Okay, I don't think I've read that one. So yeah,
it's a really cool book. So really my friend recommended it to me.
Okay, I have to check that out. So
definitely.
Yeah. So what are your kind of plans now? Are you? I know you got the podcast going. I know that you're a personal trainer over at Planet Fitness, and then don't know what else you're into or what you got going on. So just kind of share with us.
So right now, one thing about me is I'm enjoying my own process. My goal is to become. I want to do it by next year. I want to do it later by next year. I want to become an independent trainer. I want to train at a gym.
Okay. If
it's possible, well, not even possible. Let's put it out there, just how it is. Alpha League, that's my destination. I want to be at Alpha League. I want to be a trainer at Alpha League. I want to be have my own, bringing on my own clients, paying rent at that gym. I want to do it. I will do it.
Yes, sir.
I'll put it out.
I
gotta put it out.
Oh no, absolutely, absolutely.
Have to make it reality. That's one of my goals. I also wanted to get into modeling. I want to be my own brand.
Yes, sir.
You know, that's my main goal.
So you talked about clothing and doing supplements and that kind of stuff. And
get my LLC and just creating New Journey Athletics.
Absolutely.
That's my main goal.
New Journey Athletics. Okay, and that's the name of your podcast too, right?
New Journey is the name of my podcast. New Journey Athletics would be my brand for fitness and stuff, all that like that.
Okay.
So that's like my vision.
Yeah.
And you need money for that.
Well, absolutely. That's why you're working now.
That's the main reason why I'm working.
Absolutely.
Before I was looking into creating an LLC, and that ain't cheap.
I can show you a cheap way how to do it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I need that definitely.
I can help you with that.
I was looking at prices. Yeah. I'm like, oh, man.
Oh, yeah. If you pay somebody else to do it, I'll show you how to create it for yourself. So
But
do all the filing. Yeah.
That's been my main goal.
Yeah.
I'm just enjoying my process. At the end of the day, whoever's listening to this, you gotta realize you gotta be just focused on what you want to do.
Yes.
At the end of the day, you're not competing with nobody else.
Right.
Because I don't compete with nobody. I compete with myself from last year.
Yeah.
And I've done a lot of growth from this point on from last year.
Yeah.
And I just keep it that way. I want to be the best version of myself from this point on to later on. You know, so I gotta enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know, so if success came to you quick,
Right.
you wouldn't even appreciate it. That's how I feel
Yeah.
about it. If I got a Ferrari straight out of high school, would I appreciate it? No.
No.
You
So,
got to go through it
yeah.
step by step.
Yeah, and that's why I've been recording on my podcast series the kind of my life background.
Mhm.
Is so you know, people sometimes they look at where I'm at in life now and they're like, oh, you know, you've just got, you know, money and you're able to do that and this, that, and the other, but they don't understand the times when there was 2
Yep.
years straight that I worked 3 jobs.
Yep.
And so in order to get to where I'm at now,
Mhm.
you know, and there was a ton of experience, and I wouldn't trade it for anything because of the
Exactly.
experience that I got from it.
It prepared you for
yeah.
it prepared you for success.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it. That process prepares you for success.
Yes, absolutely.
Because you can't just.
Yeah, it just doesn't happen overnight, and
No, you don't.
know, everybody's like, "Oh, well, you just got that," and it doesn't. I mean, I've been working on this for 29 years.
and that's the thing about social media too, man.
Yeah.
You know, the social media, they just show you the highlights of it.
Oh yeah.
You don't see the sleepless nights. You don't see the work. You don't see the 12-hour shift somebody pulls off to do what I do.
Right.
Or to do whatever you gotta do.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
Like to save up the amount of money that I need to create a LLC, I had to work overtime. Shit, aside from the 45 to 50 hours that I already do. Aside from that, you know.
Yeah.
So people don't really see that, and it's
Yeah.
okay though. It's really okay.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, man, nothing comes really easy.
Yeah.
So when you see somebody with a Ferrari, I'm pretty sure they did some extra work out there to get that.
Yeah.
You know, so you just might see the post, you might see that, but you don't
Yeah.
see the work.
Yeah,
Just the working out.
the studies show that less than 1% of those folks that have that net worth to be able to afford a Ferrari,
Right.
that have actually had handed down to them.
Yes.
Most people have worked their fingers to the bone, and they've made wise decisions, and they've
Mhm.
found a team to work with,
Exactly,
and
exactly.
been able to tackle challenges and find out what customers want and need. So,
Exactly. You got to
yeah.
put out a product. You got to
You
put
got-
something out there
yeah,
that people need
absolutely.
to do that. Man, is it broadcast explicit or you cannot cuss in here? You can't cuss.
You can cuss if you want, but I prefer
I'm-
you didn't.
I'm-
The reason being,
I'm asking 'cause
the
I'm
reason
not
being
trying-
is
I'm not trying to
I have
cuss.
there's some kids that listen to it, so yeah.
Exactly. I'm watching out. I'm watching out for the kids. I'm not trying to cuss because I'm used to cussing too
Yeah.
much in my podcast.
That's all right.
And I want to get that on my vocab,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I got to just become a little more formal with it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely,
I'm trying to get it
I
up.
mean, I want you to be real, but at the same time, I don't want you to be somebody
Yeah,
that you're not.
Most
So-
definitely, most definitely.
All right.
I had to ask before I ever did that. You know, I had to ask. I got to ask before.
So yeah, absolutely. Do you have any kind of written down goals and what you want to achieve in X amount of days, years, months, or anything like that? Have you?
Honestly, man, because I've been thinking, one of the goals that I'm really pushing by is just getting because everything I do is step by steps.
Okay.
So right now, with my training, I want to get my. I was thinking about like this. Okay, I know people will work with me, but what is something that people like want to see in training? They want to see results, right? That's how it works.
Right. Yeah.
Results speak louder than words.
Right.
So with the people that I have, with the person I have right now, I only have one client right now, which is cool.
Yeah.
Proud of that one.
You gotta start with
Well,
it.
you
Yeah,
gotta
absolutely.
start somewhere. You know, so right now I've been working here for 5 months. She's done great. She's done really great. Shout out to her. And she's listening to this. She's done really great. And what I'm going to do is I want to drop her before and after pictures.
Okay.
You get me? So I'm dropping her before and after pictures. I want to do it by, September? Mid-September?
Okay.
So I'm going to do it by September, mid-September.
Okay.
And you get people see her growth, see what we have accomplished and stuff like
Mhm.
that. That itself, I feel like people might want to get triggered to work with me because
So yeah.
that's
so,
my main goal. So right now, get those before and after pictures and
Yeah.
go on from that point on.
Okay.
So-
Yeah, that's something I wanted to pick your brain on too.
Mhm.
As far as fitness,
Mhm.
what do you see? I mean, I'm a regular at the gym. I see people come. I've been there since they opened
Most definitely.
in 2016. So I've been there, going there because it's just right across the street from my office.
So close.
And so I see it every year. The January crowd comes in. They signed up for the $1 a month.
Yeah.
And I try to encourage them. I really do. I'll see the big guy or the big gal up on the treadmill and
Yep.
in there, and I don't say anything to anybody
Most definitely. Yeah.
for the first month, but I always wave at them, smile,
Yeah.
and then after I see them after that first month, hey, I go by and I say, hey, keep up the good work. You're getting it done, and just try to give them that encouragement. And some of them stay, and some of them just drop off. You never see them again
Yep.
after February. And so, what would you say is the biggest thing that people struggle with, or is it just because we're in that Burger King world of I want it now and I want it my way, and they don't see the results right away, or kind of just what's your opinion on all that?
Repeat that question one more time.
So people that are out of shape, trying to get into shape, and they work out for about a month, 6 weeks, and then they just stop. What causes them to stop?
I think it's motivation.
Motivation?
Motivation, because motivation comes and goes.
Okay.
You feel me? You can say, hey, you can watch a motivation video, and you can say, yeah, I'm pumped. I want to get to it. I want to do it.
Yeah.
Well, after 2 days, 3 days, that motivation is going to go away. So what else pushes you to get to that goal?
Right.
You gotta have something meaningful that makes you wanna achieve that goal. I watch a lot of motivational stuff myself.
Right.
But there's days that I don't want to get up.
Yeah.
We all have those days. We all have those days when we don't want to get up and go to the gym. We have those days we don't want to get up to go to work.
Right.
Those are the days that you gotta find. Why do I do it? What's
the purpose?
What's your purpose?
Okay.
What's the reason why I do this? What's the reason why I get up every morning and do what I gotta do?
So, like with my family members and stuff, I tell them the reason that you go to the gym is twofold. One is stress.
Yeah.
It really is a great stress reliever. So it helps you sleep better at night.
Most definitely.
And then number two is that when I'm 80 years old, I want to be able to go do stuff still. Because if I'm putting all this money into my retirement, into my investments and stuff like that, why do I want to turn 65 and not be able to get off the couch?
You want to be able to enjoy that.
I want to be able to enjoy that. I want to be able to go out and have a boat and go out in the water, do some fishing.
Go to Cancun.
Whatever the case may be,
Most
But so that's my motivation, and that's the reason. Like when I'm tired on a Wednesday, and I've worked that 30 hours already.
I wanna. And I gotta do it.
So that would probably be encouraging to our listeners is that, hey, look, let's say better quality of life.
Most definitely.
All right, and then what would you say the other benefit would be?
I think more confidence. You get more confidence. Confidence is, man. What if I tell you when I started myself working out, my confidence was really low. Even to start a podcast, I probably wouldn't have started a podcast. I started about the same time I was working out.
Yeah.
Most definitely. It was 2019.
Okay.
Like I said, it's just like a snowball effect in my opinion. When you start working out, everything around you it shifts different. Because you just start, I don't know, man, it's just different order because you're working on yourself, you start feeling better, you get confident, and everything around you you start seeing things different. Your work ethic is different.
Yeah.
You just start being more focused. Like you just can tackle your goals as simple as it is. Because like I said, man, if you can get to the gym, push weight, go like 215 on squats or whatever you do.
Yeah.
By any means, you gotta go that heavy. But that means you mentally prepare yourself for whatever anyways.
Yeah.
You feel me? So
yeah, absolutely. So
get to the gym, man. Just get to the gym.
How important is diet?
Diet. Oh yeah, it's extremely important.
Extremely important.
Depends on your goals though. If you want to drop down weight, I got a lot of this guy discussion all the time. I want to get toned. I want to do this. I want to do that. Okay, look, if this is for y'all right here. So if you guys want to lose some weight, want to shut down some body fat or whatever you're gonna do, make sure. Let me tell you something. Cut down the sugar. Cut down the sugar drinks, sodas, Coke. If you drink that, just cut that out. I'm just keeping it honest with you. Cut that out. And cookies, all that stuff. Cut it down. It's just simple. I don't like telling people, you can have a bit of it. Just to be safe with it, just cut it out. Because if I say you can have a little bit of it, you might just start doing it.
Right.
If I say to somebody, you can have about 2 cookies.
Yeah.
Let me have 2 cookies. All right, let me have another one. Let me have a third one. Let me have a fourth one.
I think there was a big university that did a study on mice with cocaine and sugar.
Really?
And the mice that got the sugar taken away reacted worse than the mice that had the cocaine taken away. That's an addictive. Sugar is an addictive drug, and it's in everything. When I first started really getting back into shape again, I started my business. Pretty much didn't go to the gym for the first year. I started my business, and then kind of got out of shape. And when I went back to the gym, I started on the keto diet. And when I cut out that sugar, oh man, like ketchup. Ketchup's got a ton of sugar in it. I was like, because I read labels on everything now. Ketchup has a ton of sugar in it, and so if you're trying to cut out sugar, if you're trying to cut it out all together, it's tough. And one thing I learned about myself anyway, and this is probably something you teach your folks, you're gonna fail sometimes. Sometimes you're gonna have the cookies. Sometimes you're gonna have the cake, and you got to have a cheat day. And but the thing is it's not the end of the world. It doesn't mean you have to go back to your old lifestyle, and you're trying to make a change that's really hard. And so that's just from my own experience. And so, yeah, that's hats off to you trying to help people better their lives and in that aspect.
Thank you, man. But that's what most people struggle with, is just really the food.
The sugar, yeah.
It's the food, because you can see all around here, everywhere you go, you can find a McDonald's.
And it's so easy and convenient.
So easy, so quick. You go to the drive-thru, you can get your 20-piece nuggets for for how much? $5?
20 piece for $5. Yep. You can get a 30 piece for 15 at Chick-fil-A.
That's extremely cheap. That's extremely cheap. And where I come from, there's not too much fast food. There's really not too much fast food.
So you weren't surrounded like where the kids here today are. They're grown up, and mom's in a rush after work, picking up the kids from soccer or whatever.
Not too much.
Running through the drive-through, and that was just dinner.
Home cooked meals most of the time.
Okay.
It was mainly home cooked meals.
So what kind of foods did you guys eat down in Honduras?
Plantains. We had plantains.
Plantains. Okay. Yeah.
Plantains. There's rice. There's soup. My Honduras sopa. I'm gonna put it in Spanish. This don't call machuca. I don't know what that is. It's like soup, but it's like coconut soup.
Coconut soup.
Soup in what you got in there with fish. You got like boiled fish or whatever.
Okay.
So it's all together in the soup. And then at the side we have it's like smashed plantains. So smashed plantains.
Okay.
We make it with some things called lahana. It's like a big base that you smash it.
Okay.
So my mom does that perfectly. You have that with the soup. So you get a spoon with the plantain. You mix it up with the soup. It's real nice. But then I guess like greasy food, not really too much.
You didn't have that. You didn't have a lot of beef, pork.
We probably might have it, but not too often.
It wasn't too often.
Most of the time it was really just chicken, fish.
Okay.
And like I said, we had a lot of soccer, so we would just go out there.
So you were always burning off the energy. You weren't sitting around playing video games all day.
Oh no, not at all. Not like I didn't have a phone until I was probably 12.
Wow.
Most of the time, I really didn't have a phone. I was just probably, I'd have probably my PS. I didn't got my PlayStation until I was like 9 or 10.
Okay.
So I was always going outside. And it was just where I was, how I lived my childhood. I was always going outside. I got most of these cars myself by playing outside in the concrete, just doing a lot of stuff. I used to play a lot outside.
Okay.
That's the only thing I want to change about my childhood that I kind of don't see now. I don't see kids going outside as much as my era used to.
Okay.
I would just see them on TikTok. Being on your phone, I'm like watching people like stream and all that. That wasn't a thing back then for me. I would just always go outside. Yeah, we see each other, get our bikes 4 or 5:30 or whatever.
Okay.
It's always like that. So
good.
Childhood. It was a great childhood. Was yours like that too or not?
My childhood, yes. We didn't have. Well, we had TV, but we didn't have cable TV probably until I was like 13. We didn't have AC. I grew up in Ohio, and so we didn't have AC in the house. We had a fan in the window, and my bedtime was 8 o'clock, and then up north, the sun doesn't go down until like 10:30 in the summertime because it's closer to the North Pole. And so I'd be laying in bed, it's 85, 90 degrees outside with a fan in the window.
So you sweat
trying to go to sleep. Oh yeah, just sweating. So he's sweating, and I was like, okay. I played outside. My dad, he was. I'm glad he was the way he was. He taught me great work ethic.
Most definitely.
We had blackberry orchard. We had a garden, and so every morning I had to get up at dawn when the sun was coming up to go pick blackberries in the summer.
Wow! Because
the birds would come and eat them, so you have to get them before the birds get them. And this is where my fear of snakes comes in.
Oh, you fear snakes?
And I'm trying to get over that now.
I don't like snakes either.
Yeah. So these big black snakes, they get about 6-7 feet long up there. They're harmless. They won't attack a human or anything like that. But I'd be sitting there picking blackberries, and then you would see, they get about that big around, and you would see them like kind of slithering around.
Nope.
And I was like, I was wanting to burn down the whole back half of the yard. So yeah, it was just it was a bad deal.
I'm not. No.
And so did that. I first started working when I was about 13 years old, mowing grass.
Okay.
So I mowed a couple of ladies' lawns for like $5 a week. I made it that, so $20 a month. Back then was quite a bit of money.
That was sort of like your own little business.
Yeah, so that was my own little business, and then ended up working for Kroger's when I was 16 years old. And I was a bagger at Kroger, so had a lot of good memories.
How long has Kroger's been around, man?
Kroger's been around for a long time. My dad actually, he worked for Kroger's for 25 years, I think, something like that.
I did not know that was going on for that long.
Yeah. So they were mainly up north. They're out of Cincinnati, so is where they're at.
Is that where it's originated from?
Yeah, it originated from Cincinnati, Ohio. So yeah, that's where their headquarters were. So,
I thought Walmart is Walmart older than Kroger's, or Kroger's older than Walmart?
Kroger's older than Walmart.
Ain't no way.
Yeah. So,
Ain't no way.
Yeah. So as far as I know, Kroger's is older than Walmart. So for those fact checkers out there,
Is there a way you can search that up?
Is there? You can look on your phone.
Is there a way we look it up?
Yeah, we'll look it up right now. See.
Ain't no
When
way.
was when Kroger start? When did Walmart start? They've been around for a while.
1883, Cincinnati,
Kroger's.
Ohio.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, see when Walmart was founded.
Let me see when Walmart's.
There's some education for you guys out there.
Wow, 1962. So.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, I figured. I thought Kroger's was older.
Wow.
So.
1883.
Yeah. So. Cincinnati.
What business got Kroger's going on
So-
in 1883?
They were a grocery store. So yeah, everybody had grocery stores back then. So the interesting thing with my childhood growing up, nothing was open on Sundays. Everything was closed here in the United States, and so nothing was open on Sundays. And then Kroger's was one of the first companies to start staying open on Sunday.
Wow.
And they paid. I remember they paid my dad quadruple time.
Stop.
4 times his hourly wage, so he could work one day and get four days worth of pay. Well, my dad resisted at first. He didn't want to do it because he knew what the game was, and he eventually started doing it and then working his other because of the money. It just helped us out financially. We were poor, and so we were poor. Well, we had plenty growing up. And the reason I know that because every time I'd reach for seconds, my mom would smack my hands, tell me I had plenty. So
I feel that. Shout out to mom.
And then my dad, I remember him telling my mom, I guess this was probably when I was about 14, maybe 13 or 14.
Okay.
My dad said there will be a day when they'll pay us just regular hourly wage to work on Sundays, and eventually it went to triple time, it went to double time, and then it went to regular time.
Oh man!
And they just had to work through it, and so it took them a few years. Yeah. Now retail is just open 24/7. I mean, because you got the online shopping and everything else now. So, which is just it's amazing how in my lifetime how much
has changed.
The cell phones didn't come along until after I was in my 20s. So, yeah. So, and just the technology that we have in our hands, and so, and that has to do with our education system too. How much it's changed in our country. And that's one of the reasons I started this podcast was because of the education system, and I'm seeing a lot more. I mean, one thing I just encourage you as a young man, learning never stops.
Most definitely.
Never stops. So always keep learning, and with the things that we have on YouTube and Google and everything. I mean, I changed my power steering pump or my power steering unit in my Honda from watching YouTube videos.
Yeah, you can learn a lot of things from YouTube. It's extremely underrated. Underrated.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of things from YouTube.
Absolutely. So,
everything in there.
Yes, sir. So, I know that you're working at the Planet Fitness now. So, how stressful would you, on a scale of 1 to 10, say your job is currently?
Currently, I would say probably like a 6.
About a 6.
6, 7. 6, 7. I wouldn't say it's too stressful.
Okay.
I'm assuming when the client starts stepping up outside of Planet Fitness, then it's when it gets more stressful.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, you're kind of dealing with people, so.
Yeah.
Not saying that it gets stressful, but it takes a lot of energy out of you sometimes.
Okay.
Especially training. Any trainer knows it takes energy out of you, so.
Yeah.
It kind of gets a little bit stressful.
So you don't work out with them; you just let them work out. and just show them what they're doing correctly and stuff like
always,
that. Yeah.
Always show them past how the form is done.
Okay.
I sometimes even create plans. Well, I'm a Planet Fitness since I get paid hourly. At Planet Fitness, I don't get paid by whatever people come in. I just get paid hourly. So I just host the classes. There's different classes that I host. Sometimes I go by the schedule. Sometimes I really don't. Sometimes I bring 4 people just come in and I'm like, hey, let's do upper body. Let's do upper body.
Okay.
And then we just set up a class, set up circles, serve circuits, and just go on out there and we start working.
Yeah, I see you all over there doing that.
Yeah, man. I get it extremely loud out there. I'll be here and I'll be every set. That's how you motivate.
Good. So,
definitely.
So with the personal training arena, what experience do you have to have, or what education do you have to have in order to do that type of work? And what's the expectation? So like if you get to, the higher end clients and stuff like that you're trying to do personal training with, what is their expectations? What do you bring to the table? What kind of education do you have?
So when it gets to education, honestly, you just need to get certified.
Certified.
Just get certified. If you have some sort of background with working out, just get your certificate.
Okay.
And aside from that, just jump in. I say that to people, just jump in.
How long does it take to get your certificate, or what do you have to do to get that?
You can get that in probably. It depends on what you get. If you get into NASM, then it's probably going to take you a little longer.
Okay.
There's a way to get ISSA. You can get the fast track system. You can get your certificate in probably.
What is ISSA? It's okay.
I'm gonna have to look it up.
It's just an acronym that they use.
Yeah, it's the acronym.
Okay, so there's 2 different ones there. So.
Yes, there's a lot of them. There's too many of them. Let me precise this everyone. So it's international. Let me make sure I get my facts right out here. Let me make sure it's it. No, it doesn't even tell you what it stands for.
Okay.
I know it's ISSA.
Okay, you get that online and then get a certificate through the state of like Texas or wherever you're at?
You just get a cert from them. That's
Okay.
basically all you need.
Okay.
It should probably, it probably should cost you around $1,000.
Okay.
You can also get it with a nutritionist certificate you can get as well.
Okay.
So yeah, you just remember you have to take a test for both of them.
Okay.
So you got to go through the course, look into it, take a small test as well.
All right.
And you can definitely get your certificate in 2-3 weeks.
Okay.
Depends on how much time.
Can you be 16 years old and get a certificate, or do you have to be 18?
Because
I'm just thinking about our kids that are listening in high school.
I'm thinking about it because that's when I started when I was 18. When I first
You
started,
started
when I was
18.
18.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, it depends on your experience as well, man. If you've been working out since you were 13 or 14,
right?
You want to become a trainer?
Yeah, I don't know that.
You definitely can do it.
Yeah,
you definitely can. I don't think there's no age for it.
Yeah.
But if you want to apply for a gym, I'm assuming you need
probably be 18.
You need to be 18.
Yeah.
But if you want to just be your own trainer, you got a good enough experience.
But if you could get the certifications when you're 17 and then walk into, Planet Fitness, at 18 and, start working while you're in high school and start doing, if that's the passion that you want to do, I mean, that might be an option for some of these young folks.
If they're, because I have no, honestly, because I know you got to be 18.
Okay.
But to become a trainer, just getting I have.
No. Okay. Because that was something I found out with the insurance. You can be 16 and get your insurance license and sell PNC and Life and Health at 16.
But that's how I get to the experience. What does a 16-year-old know about?
Right, but the thing is you could come work, in the summertime for somebody like myself.
You do?
And you can make decent money doing that.
Work under somebody, you can teach them the way.
And that's how a lot of agents, insurance agents, they'd end up interning in college for an insurance company and end up becoming insurance agents because they see the opportunity that's there. So in the arena of fitness and instruction, what's a ballpark expectation for somebody who's starting off, and what is the potential earnings for somebody that over the life of their career? What are they looking at?
So from right now, from what I'm looking at, I think it really depends on how long the experience you got.
Okay.
I think your experience. If I'm looking around myself, I only got about 7 to 8 months of experience myself.
Okay.
So and it depends where you take it. If you want to just work at a gym, there's different gyms that just pay you hourly. There's different gyms that pay you by the money you bring in.
Just ballpark range.
If you put it down to if you independent, and you got, let's say, if you got online coaching, if you got your in-person coaching, you probably can make about roughly 10K a month if you want to put it down.
Okay, so about 120,000 a year, somewhere in there.
Or more than that.
Or more than that. Okay.
Or more than that if you got other things going on.
And then starting off at like Planet Fitness in that area, or
Planet Fitness,
what do
they
they
pay you hourly, so it's about, I think you make 18. Let's say about 18
$18 an hour? Okay.
$1,800 a month.
Oh, $1,800 a month. Okay.
You get about
okay.
$1,800, so it's about, how much is that? 24,000
24,000
a year.
24, 20, somewhere in there, close to that. No,
Yeah,
24
but
would be two.
Most definitely.
So yeah.
But that's just a starter job. So if you,
Yeah.
in my opinion, if you want to start like training and stuff like that, I've been a personal trainer. I think Planet Fitness is a great way to start,
Okay.
especially if you got no experience. You go there, you don't got to look for clients. People just naturally book for classes,
Right.
so you get your experience out there. You get to know what works, what doesn't work,
Right.
how to talk to people, how to connect with people, how to network with others. That's how I met you.
Yeah.
You know, so
Absolutely.
it's just at the end of the day, with being a trainer, you just got to be a bit social. You know, you got to be
Right.
able to talk to other people, how to communicate with them.
Yeah.
That's one good thing about it, and also your energy. You know, what you bring to the table that other trainers don't bring.
Right.
You know, that's really it. Because at the end of the day, you deal with a lot of people. You got to make sure you make yourself what the part. What makes you the part?
Yeah. Very good.
That's how I feel about
Very
it.
good. Very
So,
good. So
you
awesome,
like
awesome. So folks, young folks, there's opportunity, real opportunity for real money for in the
No, there-
in the
there
in the
really
personal
is, there really
training
is. And
realm.
believe that right now, I'm just starting out. We're just starting out. But
Right, yeah, no,
I'm gonna be back here. I'll be
Oh
back
yeah,
here.
I'm gonna have you back on the podcast.
I'll be back here, and I'll give you a more in depth.
Yes,
Absolutely.
Looking forward to going along with your journey over the years.
No, man, I
So,
would love to
absolutely.
be back here. I'm gonna give you an updated look of what's
Okay.
going over me
So,
and everything that's going around. Because it's definitely, like I said, it's just enjoying your process.
Yeah.
I definitely enjoy my process. Is just figuring out how things work, what doesn't work, and what does work. You know,
Okay.
I started out in January with like 3 to 4 clients, and I was like, okay, what works? I realized that, let's see, if you start training, if you charge $50 for 2 weeks, that's a little too low. Don't do that.
Okay.
And I started like that too. I kind of figured out, okay, that doesn't
You
work.
need to
Let
get
me-
the money right.
Yeah, let me change that up. Instead of taking that, let me take cash. And it just, a lot of things I started checking around, and that what doing don't work.
Okay.
So how to get clients, doing your sales calls, and following up with leads, and doing all the extra stuff. So it just learning process. It's a learning process. You're not good at what you do when you start.
Okay.
It's just over time that you get better at it.
Absolutely.
So even, I don't think I'm still at the point where I want to be, but I was definitely better than I was 7 months ago.
Yes,
You know?
absolutely.
So
absolutely, we get better as we progress in things. That's for sure. So that's awesome. So
That's it.
yeah.
That's it.
So if any of our listeners wanted to get a hold of you to book personal training here in Houston, Texas, anyway, how would they reach you?
So I got my Instagram. My Instagram is _.faa.usto. That's my personal training Instagram.
One more time.
So
Give it to us again.
I got you. _.faa.usto.
Okay.
You can look into that one. If you also want to, I have my own podcast as well. It's called New Journey Podcast.
So it's a New Journey podcast.
It's on Apple Music. Apple Podcast.
Apple Podcast.
Spotify, and I think it's on
Okay.
all the other stuff going on. Anchor, all the extra stuff. I
Anchor,
got going on.
okay, yeah.
So you can definitely see my link on there as well. If you see my podcast, there's the links down below of it, and there's a link to my Instagram and my podcast page as well. So yeah, man, I got a link tree as well, so you can click on that on my bio, and you can
Absolutely.
get access to me.
Yeah.
With that one too. So.
No, you need to reach out to this guy. This guy is fit. I've seen lots of personal trainers over there at the Planet Fitness, and I'm like, no, they aren't going to make it because they're not in shape.
You gotta look the part.
Like, if you can't do a pull up, then you don't need to be a personal trainer. That should probably be the sign. You know,
and you gotta realize in this industry, it's like in a way it's too superficial. So there's an image on it. You know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And,
you got to look the part. I mean, that's just the reality of it. You know. So I mean, I'm not going to get advice from somebody that's out of shape. You know, as far as telling me how to work out.
I wouldn't either. I'm
Right.
not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
You can't tell me and you
No.
gotta do this.
So, but,
I mean.
Yeah, but my man Fausto here, he is fit. Watch him do pull-ups over there, push-ups, and chin-ups, and all kinds of stuff, and lifting the weights. And he does a good job training classes. And I think I met the one client that you have is doing a good job training with her. And so, yeah, just real instructional, informative. And so, yeah, definitely, if you're needing a personal trainer, check him out, reach out to him, all right? And so, yeah, I'm going to wrap things up here. We're about 40 minutes in.
Yeah.
And so my last question for you is if you could put a billboard in front of every high school in the United States, what would you put on that billboard?
What would you put on the billboard? Why would I put on a billboard if I had a billboard?
That could just say something to the kids coming out of school.
Oh, man. I don't know. I feel like I have a lot to say to just fit on a billboard. Because I would like to go to a high school and just talk to.
Right, but you don't have that option. You just get to put it on the billboard.
Put a billboard. I would say, enjoy the process.
Enjoy the process.
Enjoy the process. Enjoy the process. Enjoy the process, and don't compare yourself to us. So enjoy the process. Don't compare yourself
to other
people.
Okay.
That's it. Because you're not in the same. I feel like I'm not in the same journey as somebody else.
And
everyone has different paths.
Yeah.
So you can't compare your path to his path because y'all might be in a whole different ballgame.
Yeah. That's
just like if I compare myself to a trainer that has 10 years of experience.
Can't do that. Yeah.
It's impossible. I don't even have a year experience yet to compare myself to him. So why would I do that? So trust your own path, and just don't worry about what somebody else is doing. I say that all the time to everybody.
Yeah.
Just worry about you and what you need to do, and what Billy or whatever Chris is doing. That doesn't matter.
Okay.
Worry about you. That's it.
Very good. Very good. So,
man, thank you for bringing me out here. Honestly.
Oh, absolutely. Thanks for coming out. I really appreciate it. So we'll have you back on again and just kind of go through your journey. And I know just from talking to you, I know you're going to be super successful as you develop in these different paths of making money and helping others. So yeah. So absolutely awesome, man. You're going to do a great job. So.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you for bringing me out here, man.
Absolutely.
I'm telling you, man, y'all gonna enjoy this episode. If y'all watching this too, y'all will enjoy this episode.
Absolutely.
If you're listening to it, you will enjoy it as well. If you reach to the end of it, though. If you didn't reach to the end of it, that sucks. That sucks.
You missed out on all the infinite wisdom if you didn't make it to the end. So
exactly.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you for joining Career Library on watching our YouTube and our podcast today. Hope you've enjoyed this episode. I'm Chris Jones, your host, signing off until next time.
Yeah. Turn a 10-piece to a 20 quick. I got money busting out the money clip. Make a call and hit another lick. Someone get the money counter, I can keep on thumbing it. Turn a 10-piece to a 20 quick. I got money busting out the money clip. Make a call and hit another lick. Someone get the money counter, I can keep on thumbing it. Okay, I'ma hit for 20 off a laptop. In a Zoom meeting, making money as my backdrop. Ballpoint base hit harder than a slap shot. Flew out my baby, told her ride me like I'm Epcot. Whoa, I've been doing road on the go. Get a bag and flip it, that's for sure. Yeah, for sure. That was never talking about nothing. Turn it down and go get you some money. Turn a 10-piece to a 20 quick. I got money busting out the money clip. Make a call and hit another lick. Someone get the money counter, I can keep on thumbing it. Turn a 10-piece to a 20 quick. I got money busting out the money clip. Make a call and hit another lick. Someone get the money counter, I can keep on thumbing it. Eyes on the money, my brothers got my back. Streets moving funny, so I been holding strap. Not playing defense, we been on the attack. Plotting and scheming, how we gon' get it back. Designer all on you, but you can't buy the swag. No Miris, those foo-foo, I can see the tag. You can bet if I spend this, cause I get it back. I'm 5G, your dollar, I can see the lag. All I ever wanted was to have it all. Got close, never froze, had to risk it all. As a little boy, I wish I was a little tall. Never made the league, I find other ways to let me ball. Turn a 10-piece to a 20 quick. I got money busting out the money clip. Make a call and hit another lick. Someone get the money counter, I can keep on thumbing it. Turn a 10-piece to a 20 quick. I got money busting out the money clip. Make a call and hit another lick. Someone get the money counter, I can keep on thumbing it.